Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. Understanding Wealth. From the Inside Out. Right now, somewhere in the world, two people wake up on the same morning. They live in the same city. They have similar education. They even earn almost the same income. But 10 years later, their lives look completely different. One of them builds wealth, freedom, and financial stability. The other is still struggling, still stressed about bills, still wondering why money never seems to stay. What created that difference? Was it luck? Was it intelligence? Or was it opportunity? According to the ideas in the book Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, written by T.Harv Eker, the answer lies somewhere most people never look: inside the mind. Eker explains that every person carries an invisible financial blueprint, a mental program that quietly controls how we think about money, how we react to opportunities, and how we behave when wealth enters our lives. Most people never see this program, but it silently shapes their financial future. In this video, we are going to explore the core ideas behind Secrets of the Millionaire Mind and understand how the way you think about money may be shaping the results you experience today. Because once you understand your financial blueprint, you gain the power to change it. And when the blueprint changes, your financial life can change with it. Why some people stay broke and others keep growing. Let me start with something simple but powerful. Across every country, every culture, and every economy, you see the same pattern. Some people create money. They lose it sometimes, but they rebuild it again. Other people struggle financially for years. Even when their income increases, they somehow return to the same financial position. The question is not about luck. It is not only about education. It is not about intelligence. The real difference lies inside the mind. This idea forms the foundation of understanding wealth. Your financial results are a reflection of your financial thinking. Every person carries something called a financial blueprint. This blueprint is a collection of beliefs, emotional reactions, habits, and automatic behaviors around money. Most people never see it. They simply follow it. And because they never examine it, they repeat it. If you want different results, you must upgrade the blueprint first. Everything we discuss in this video revolves around that idea. Part 1. What is your financial blueprint? Let's break this down carefully. When you were a child, your brain was absorbing information constantly. You watched how adults handled money. You listened to conversations about money. You observed emotions tied to money. Without knowing it, your subconscious recorded everything. That recording became your internal money system. 3 major forces shaped it. 1. Words you heard. Think back to phrases people repeated around you. Money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. Money causes problems. Even if those sentences were said casually, your brain stored them. Children assume adults speak truth. So repeated statements slowly turn into beliefs. Later in life, those beliefs influence decisions. If someone believes rich people are dishonest, they may unconsciously avoid becoming rich. Not because they lack ability, but because their identity resists it. Beliefs act like invisible barriers. 2. Behavior. You observe children learn more from observation than instruction. If parents argued frequently about money, the child may associate money with conflict. If money was always tight, survival mode becomes normal. If spending was impulsive, that behavior feels acceptable. Observation creates internal modeling. Years later, adults replicate what they saw, even if they consciously disagree with it. 3. Emotional experiences. Emotion strengthens memory. Maybe you felt embarrassed because you couldn't afford something. Maybe you saw someone treated differently because they were wealthy. Maybe financial stress created anxiety in your household. Those emotions connect to money permanently. Later, when money appears in your life, your brain may trigger the same emotional response. This is why financial behavior often feels automatic. It is emotional programming. Awareness is the turning point. Most people operate financially on autopilot. They earn, they spend, they react, they repeat. Awareness breaks that cycle. When you start asking, why do I believe this about money? Where did this belief come from? Is it actually true? You create distance between identity and programming. That distance gives you power, and power is the starting point for change. Part 2. The core differences between wealth thinking and scarcity thinking. Now, let's examine the mindset differences. These distinctions are practical. They show up in daily decisions. Difference 1. Responsibility versus blame. Wealth-oriented individuals accept responsibility. If something goes wrong financially, they ask, what did I do that contributed to this? What can I improve? They focus on control. People with scarcity thinking often blame external forces, the economy, the government, their boss, their family. Blame feels comfortable because it removes accountability, but blame removes power. Responsibility restores power. When you take responsibility, you gain the ability to change outcomes. Difference 2. Playing to win versus playing not to lose. This difference shapes risk behavior. Someone playing not to lose avoids mistakes at all costs. They choose safe paths. Safe decisions protect stability but rarely create growth. Someone playing to win accepts calculated risk. They understand risk but evaluate it carefully. They know growth requires discomfort. Most wealth creators are not reckless. They are strategic. They analyze. They prepare. Then they act. Difference 3. Commitment to wealth. Many people say they want money, but desire is not the same as commitment. Desire says, I hope things improve. Commitment says, I will build the skills and habits necessary to make it happen. Commitment changes identity. When someone commits fully, their decisions align with that goal. They stop behaving like someone who is waiting. They start behaving like someone building. Difference 4. Big thinking, scarcity. Thinking focuses on survival. Big thinking focuses on expansion. Instead of asking, how can I earn a little more this month? Big thinkers ask, how can I create systems that generate consistent income? Instead of thinking small transactions, they think leverage. Leverage through skills, leverage through assets, leverage through people. Big thinking opens bigger possibilities. Difference 5. Focus on opportunities. Problems are everywhere. Opportunities are also everywhere. But your attention determines what you see. People focused on problems notice obstacles first. People focused on opportunity notice gaps in the market. They ask, what service is missing here? What need is not being met? Where can value be added? Opportunity recognition is a trainable skill. The more you practice it, the faster you see it. Difference 6. Respect for success. Some people criticize wealthy individuals constantly. They assume wealth equals corruption. This mindset creates internal resistance. You cannot build something you secretly hate. Wealth builders study successful people. They analyze strategies. They learn from mistakes. Respect does not mean blind admiration. It means extracting lessons. Growth accelerates when you learn from those ahead of you. Difference 7. Environment matters. Your surroundings influence behavior more than motivation. If your circle talks about growth, ideas, and improvement, you absorb that energy. If your circle constantly complains about money, you absorb that too. Environment shapes standards. Wealth creators intentionally choose environments that support growth. Sometimes that means upgrading relationships. Sometimes it means limiting negative influence. Difference 8. Promotion and value sharing. Many talented people fail financially because they feel uncomfortable promoting themselves. They believe talking about their service feels arrogant. But if you provide value, silence limits impact. Promotion is not bragging. Promotion is communication. If people do not know what you offer, they cannot benefit from it. Wealth builders understand visibility creates opportunity. Difference. 9. Emotional strength. Money brings challenges. More income often means more responsibility. More responsibility means more stress. Some people collapse under pressure, others expand. Wealth creators train emotional resilience. They see setbacks as feedback. They treat failure as information, not identity. Over time, their capacity increases. Difference 10. Money management. Income alone does not create wealth. Behavior determines accumulation. Some people earn high salaries but spend faster than they earn. Others earn moderate income but manage it carefully. Key habits include tracking expenses, allocating savings first, investing consistently, avoiding unnecessary debt. Financial control builds stability. Part 3. Practical wealth habits. Now let's move from mindset to action, because mindset without action produces nothing. Habit 1. Pay yourself first. Most people spend first and save whatever remains. This method rarely builds wealth. Instead, reverse it. When income arrives, immediately allocate a portion to savings or investment. Treat that portion as non-negotiable. Then manage expenses with what remains. This system forces discipline. Over time, assets accumulate. Habit 2. Financial containers. Divide money into categories: living expenses, investments, education, fun, giving. This structure prevents confusion. Each dollar has purpose. Purpose reduces impulsive spending. Control increases clarity. Habit 3. Continuous learning. Wealth builders invest in knowledge. They study business models. They study investing. They study communication. They learn negotiation. Learning increases earning potential. Skills compound. Habit 4. Action over perfection. Many people delay action because they want perfect conditions. Perfect conditions rarely exist. Wealth creators test ideas quickly. They adjust based on results. They fail small. They learn fast. Progress comes from implementation. Part 4. Changing your financial identity. At the deepest level, wealth creation requires identity shift. You must see yourself as someone capable of handling money responsibly. Identity controls behavior. If you believe, "I am bad with money," you will unconsciously confirm that belief. If you replace it with, "I am learning and improving my financial skills," your behavior adjusts accordingly. Repetition strengthens new identity. Small, consistent actions build proof. Proof builds confidence. Confidence builds momentum. Final message. Wealth is personal development expressed. Through money, money itself is neutral. It amplifies who you are. If your habits are weak, money magnifies weakness. If your discipline is strong, money magnifies opportunity. The real journey is internal growth. When your mindset shifts, your decisions shift. When your decisions shift, your results shift. Wealth becomes a byproduct of personal development combined with execution. Not luck, not accident, but deliberate growth. After exploring the ideas from Secrets of the Millionaire Mind, one message becomes clear. Money is not only about strategy, it is about psychology. Your financial life is deeply connected to the beliefs you carry, the habits you practice, and the identity you build over time. As T.Harv Eker explains, if your internal financial blueprint is programmed for limitation, you may unknowingly recreate the same financial struggles again and again. But the moment you begin to question those beliefs, the moment you become aware of the patterns guiding your financial decisions, you create the possibility for change. Wealth does not appear overnight. It grows from small, consistent actions. Learning new skills, managing money intentionally, taking responsibility for your financial future. Over time, these actions reshape your mindset, and when your mindset evolves, your results often follow. So the real question is not simply whether someone can become wealthy. The deeper question is whether someone is willing to develop the mindset, discipline, and habits that make wealth possible. Because once you become that kind of person, money is no longer something you chase. It becomes something you build. And that is one of the most powerful lessons from Secrets of the Millionaire Mind. We are here to help you. We will upload more on IQ of money, more practical videos. But we need your support. Please subscribe to our channel. Please like this video. Together, we will improve. Thank you for watching till the end.